party time, yeah, it's party time. Grab a pallet and a brush and just flow with your mind. We gon' bring this look together one swatch at a time, one swatch at a time, yeah, it's party time.
Hey guys, I'm back. I just want to do a get ready with me and tell you guys what happened. Why am I sitting in a wheelchair right now? Why do you see a cane in the background? And I just want to come back strong and play with the Jeffree Star palette, the Morphe Jeffree Star palette, because I did tell you guys I was going to do a 2 looks with this palette before I left. And so we're going to play with this palette today. Going to do at least 1 look with it. And I'm going to tell you about what happened. Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Well, me and a friend went to Nashville. We drove to Nashville for a job opportunity. So I was going to get a job with benefits, and it was a good paying job in Nashville. I was ready to go, and so I had already applied like weeks ago for that job. I already had an interview for that job weeks ago, and I wanted my friend to get on at the job so he'll have benefits and etc. too. So we ended up going down to Nashville because he finally got that interview that we've been waiting for. So we went down to Nashville, went straight to the interview, and we stopped by my sister's house. By the way, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and try my Liz from MAC paint pod right quick. And we're gonna go into the shade Mr. Diva for my transition shade. So we went straight from the interview to my sister's house because my sister lives in Nashville, and I'm not going to go to Nashville without visiting her. We chilled and we had a good time and had some Popeyes, and it was just a lot of fun. And you guys, when you had already had a long drive, you tend to get sleepy, and on top of that, if you eat real good, you're gonna get sleepy. And my sister, she wanted me to stay until the morning time, but I was like, no, we can go ahead and make the drive. We can go ahead and make it home. It's fine. Like, we know how to be safe. We know what we're doing, you know. And so we got on the road, and I started driving first. So when I started driving, I drove for like an hour and I say 40 minutes. By the way, I'm using the brush Morphe G17. So I drove for an hour and 40 something minutes, and I started dozing off or whatever. But I decided to go ahead and wake my friend up, and I pulled to the side, and then he took over. By the way, we're gonna go into the shade Pink Fleet. That's this bright purple shade right here. So I didn't know the extent of how sleepy he was. I just was ready to go to sleep, take my little nap. So I went to sleep. I had my seat let back, and I was laid in the seat, sleep, and everything was cool. And then later on, I felt the car swerving off the freeway. So I'm in complete shock. I just woke up. I don't know what's going on. All I see is the car driving off the freeway, and the car goes down into a ditch, and we was driving on grass for a little while, and still in shock. I'm still in shock. the driver woke up and he saw that we was on grass, and I guess he hit the brakes, and we ended up hitting a big old hill, and we flew in the air, and then we flew down, and all I remember is covering my face, and later on waking up, and I flew in the back seat. Now I'm gonna go in with the shade Self-Made. I'm gonna pack that on the lid. And so when I woke up, I was in the back seat. My legs was over the console. My shoulder was on the ground of the back seat, and my head was laying on the back seat. So I'm laying in the back seat, and I just knew something was broken. I was laying there comfortable, sideways, didn't want to move or anything like that. But then the person that was driving, they started banging on the window, telling me to hurry up and get out the car, because the car started smoking. And so I'm scared at this point, because I'm thinking the car is going to explode or something. Like I'm stuck in the car, I can't move because I know something is broken. And so they're screaming, get out the car, the car is smoking. And I'm telling the person that, oh, I can't get out. Like my leg is broken, like my arm is broken, I can't get out. I'm telling them to pull my good leg. Okay, guys, now I'm gonna go in with my Jeffree Star Supreme Frost Hypothermia, and I'm going to pat that on the lid. So I'm telling the person that's driving, my friend, to pull my good leg. My other leg, and one of my legs is broken, and so they pulled me out the car. Thankfully, the car didn't explode. Like, this isn't Grand Theft Auto, this isn't the movies, thank goodness. And so they pulled me out, helped me out, and they leaned me up against the car, and I'm telling them, like, my leg is broken. I'm thinking my arm is broken, but it's my collarbone is broken. And so I said, my leg is broken, my arm is broken, we need to go ahead and get some help. So he leans me up against the car and climbs up the hill and gets a signal and calls 911. And he has to stay up there because we were so far down off the freeway, nobody would have seen us. So he crawls up the damn hill, calls 911, tries to wave people down to help. Of course, nobody is stopping, so, because who would stop? Like, seeing a crazy man, or think it's a crazy man, waving them down. Like, nobody's gonna stop and help nowadays when you're waving them down. So he tries to wave somebody down to get help, and nobody stops. And he just keeps talking to me, making sure I'm okay, yelling at me, you know, to see if I'm still okay, I'm still breathing and all of that. And we're talking to each other the whole time. Finally, somebody comes, and of course it's not the ambulance, it's the freaking police, sheriff, whatever. So they come first. Like, why would they come first? They said the police always come first. Like, no, I need an ambulance. Like, my leg is broken, my arm is broken, I need an ambulance. And so the sheriff didn't come down there. At this point, I've been standing on one leg a long time, and I'm sliding down. Like, I'm telling them, like, I need y'all to lay me down, I need to be laid down, or I need somebody to help me sit down and stuff, because I'm sliding off the car. And the sheriff tells me to hold on, we can't touch you, because if we touch you, it might make it worse, and all this and all that. And they see me sliding, see that I'm finna fall, and I end up falling on my bad leg. So I end up falling sideways on my bad leg. And at this point, I'm screaming. I'm in a lot of pain. I wasn't crying. I was just screaming in a lot of pain. And so I fell in a puddle of dirty water, and I'm just sitting on the ground screaming. And the trooper is like, "Well, you're on the ground now." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I fell on the ground. You guys are supposed to help me," but they didn't. So the ambulance finally comes. By the way, I'm going into the shade Mogul. You see, I can barely lift up my arm. I can't really lift up my arm yet. It's gonna be a little while before I can use my right arm because of my collarbone. So the ambulance finally comes. They're having a hard time coming down the hill. I'm screaming for them to help me. And they finally make it down the hill. And they have this orange thing for me to transfer on. And that was just so hard to get on because my leg was so in so much pain. Like all I felt was like bones moving. It was just an awful experience. And so they finally get me on the orange board as I'm screaming. So you guys, I was on the orange transfer thing, and they climbing up the hill trying to get me to the ambulance. I finally make it to the ambulance, and they transfer me again from the orange transfer thing to a stretcher. So it already was enough pain for me to get onto the orange thing. Now they gotta pick my leg up again and put me on a stretcher. And so, oh my goodness, you guys, it was so excruciating. The most excruciating pain you can think of. It was awful. For the lower lash line, we're gonna go ahead and use Mogul again. So yeah, you guys, I make it into the ambulance finally after I waited so long for some help. My friend was in his own ambulance because he got hurt too, but he got hurt on his head. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and try this shimmer shade over here called Custom Rims, and I'm gonna put that in the inner corner of my eye. So you guys, I make it to the hospital. They carry me into the emergency room. They put me in a bed and put all types of cords and stuff on my body and put things on my hand and in my arm. It was awful. But I made it through. During that time, that's when I recorded the video that you guys probably saw, telling you guys what happened and why I'll be on break and all of that. I had to go through surgery. I broke my femur, so I had to go through surgery and get rods in my leg. And after surgery, I still was a potato. I couldn't move. I couldn't do anything. I was just laying in bed for, I believe, like 3 days. Like not doing anything, just laying there. Okay, you guys, are gonna attempt to put some Drug Lord in my waterline. As you guys can see, I've been using my left hand this whole time. I can only open things with this right hand. But that's about it. It stays on my side the whole time. Cannot lift it up. My right hand is my dominant hand. So as you guys can probably tell, doing makeup is a little tricky right now. But I love makeup, so I'm trying to do anything I can to play in it. If that means learning how to use my left hand, I'm going to do it. So I was a potato for about 3 days, and the rehab people came in. They suggested that I go to rehab so I can learn how to do for myself again, at least some stuff I can do for myself again. So I did that. I went ahead and agreed to do that. They offered for me to go home, but I decided not to do that because it wouldn't make any sense to go home. I don't know what to do. My folks wouldn't know what to do. I just don't know how to move at all. Like, I don't know how to get out of bed. I don't know how to do anything. So I decided to go to rehab, and about 4 people came along to push my bed into the rehab facility. So I made it to the rehab facility into my own room, and they had to move me again. Knowing that my leg is very tender, very much in a lot of pain still after surgery. So these guys lift me up and then drop me on the bed. Leg in pain, I screamed again. A nurse came running because they heard my scream. They asked if I was okay. I said no. They dropped my leg. I was so upset. Oh my gosh. I automatically was afraid of what was to come because they already started off wrong. Being stuck in the bed for a long time, I wasn't able to move that well at all. So it was a lot of issues that happened to me while I couldn't move. It was a lot of pain. Like, some of the nurses wasn't careful enough with me. It was just awful. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some blush on my face. I'm gonna do the lashes and all that stuff last. And so once therapy started, that's when I could finally get out of bed. It was my first time getting in a wheelchair and moving my leg a little bit more. The wheelchair helped me finally move around and get around because I couldn't do that at first. Eventually, I got strong enough to be able to hop around with my cane. So right now I still can't walk with my cane, but I can hop around my cane. And if I can, I'll insert some clips of me in rehab so you guys can see what I was doing, how did I get around, etc. I'll try to insert some of the clips from therapy so you can get an idea of what I was doing in therapy. Since, of course, I'm not going anywhere, I'm going to use some very, very shiny highlighter from Fenty. I'm using this shade in the palette, the one in the middle. That's my favorite shade in this Fenty palette. Being disabled is hard. Like, I can't work right now. I'm stuck at home most of the time. Well, I'm stuck at home all the time right now because I can't walk. I missed out on some events, some makeup events, and it sucks right now. But I'm getting through it. I'm getting past it, and I'm working harder every day to get better and learn how to walk and all of that. You guys see how blinding that highlighter is? Wow. I'm not gonna put any highlight on this side because I have my scar on this side. I don't have any makeup on top of it. I don't want to put any makeup on top of it yet. So we're just gonna put like a little bit right here, just so it looks like I have highlight on this side. And I just cover it up, cover my scar with my braids. And I'm gonna put a little highlighter on my nose, and that's it. So I'm gonna try to do something fun with the lips. I'm going to use these two Kiss Me lipstick. I'm gonna ombre my lips, and I'm using the shade Mi Amor and Paparazzi. It was so nice for all my friends to come visit me. Trust and believe, you guys, I will not forget who came to see me. I will not forget the people who came to see me out of their day, who put me in their schedule to come see me. I will never forget you guys. I will never forget the ones who came to give me a testimony, who came to give me a good word, who sent me prayers. I will never forget you guys. Like, I was so blessed for that. I was so thankful for that because I needed those prayers. Those prayers really worked on me because I kept getting better every single day. Like, every single day, I kept getting better. I really do appreciate that. Like, for real. Like, I will never forget. Okay guys, I decided to go ahead and put some lip gloss on top. This is the Kiss Me lip gloss in the shade Celebration. And I'm going to put that on top of this. I'm just a lip gloss girl. I love lip gloss on top of my lipsticks. Okay guys, for the second time, I'm going to go ahead and put my mascara and lashes off camera. And I'll be back. Okay guys, this is the final look I have on my lashes from Lash Monthly. I used the Lash Book, and for mascara I used Bad Gal Bang, which is my favorite mascara. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for the next one. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell so you'll be notified the next time that I put up a brand new video. I want to thank all you guys who sent prayers, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye.